Something else I saw with regard to what you're looking for, and part of my role in this podcast is to be useful idiot and ask the questions, the dumb questions that other people don't have to ask because I've done it for them. So you're welcome, esteemed audience. But something I saw that you're looking for is you're particularly interested in an asexual, non-binary, or intersex lead. So what is it specifically about that would turn your head?
Those are voices I haven't really seen published. I sorry. I last year I had the privilege of teaching at the writers barn in Austin, Texas, and it was the Rainbow Weekend, which was about 15 authors who all identified as queer, and the faculty and staff also all identified as queer. And it was one of the most profound experiences in my career. I am endlessly grateful to Corey McCarthy and Amy Rose Capetta who invited me to participate. And what came out of that weekend was this sense of having grown up without seeing role models who felt the things that I felt. And I remember interning at the National Book Foundation in 2001 and finding a copy of the book Rainbow Boys that had been submitted for the awards. And I was shocked that a book about, gay boys who were falling in love with each other could be published for the young adult audience. And looking back, I'm a little sad for teen me that I didn't have those books. And I'm trying to look at, and this is a lot bigger than just sort of questions of queerness. It also, I think, brings in questions of race and ethnicity and socioeconomic background and religion. I think there are so many children who have never seen themselves, and I want to usher those voices into existence, into publication, so that moment of discovery can happen to younger and younger people, so that there's a broader breadth of published voices. And I think when I specifically put out the call for asexual, non-binary, and or intersex characters and authors, it was because I hadn't seen them in my queries. And I thought, these people are out there and they're writing. I don't know why they're not sending their material to me, but I would like them to know that they can. I hope that is true of all people. I hope that that all people feel comfortable with me. I know that that's never going to be the case, but I try. And at that moment, those were audiences or authorships that I thought, at that moment in time, I really felt like a sort of calling to reach out to.
It makes 100% sense to me. Good for you. Good for them that you're out there doing that, and providing that opportunity. At some point, I always make it my business to ask about diversity in publishing, which I feel like we've covered your role, what you're doing. How are you seeing publishing overall? Obviously, you and I are pretty close to about the same age. 1999, you're graduating from college. I was just graduated from high school, so not that far off. And people underestimate about how vastly different the world was when we were teenagers, and how it's a long way to go. But my God, my wife is African American, and she often laments that she had. I'm gonna embarrass myself. What's the name of the movie with Bruce Leroy? Oh shoot. It's the Shogun Knight of Harlem, and it's a terrible movie, and it's got theme music. Oh my God, what is it? She will never forgive me if I say the name of this movie. So to save the Last Dragon. Whew, that was
Oh, there we go. Yes.
the Last Dragon versus today's kids. Got Black Panther and Creed and sequels to look forward to. So we are seeing progress, certainly marked progress, I think, in our lifetimes. Where do you see publishing making improvements, and what still needs to be done? Just a very small, not at all broad question.
Yeah, no. Yeah, a small, easy question that I'm particularly qualified as a 40-year-old white man to answer.
With knowledge of all of publishing.
It's, we see these studies coming out every year about, especially in children's literature, the Lee and Low surveys of representation. How many books are coming out with Black leads? How many books are coming out with Asian leads? Of those books, how many are written by Asian authors, by Black authors, by Indigenous authors? And the number going up. They are creeping up, but they're not steadily increasing, which is disappointing. And I think really what publishing has to do more than anything else is hire a workforce that looks like the American population. And to do so, we need to create spaces that are welcoming of all voices. We need to pay salaries that are livable. We need to expand the borders of publishing beyond the 5 boroughs of New York City. We need to stop having unpaid internships, which privilege, well-off college students who can afford to come into an office and work for free. We need to pay people and we need to hire people because, publishing is a lot of really, including myself, it's a lot of really well-meaning white liberals who mess up all the time. And until we have colleagues who are not only present but feel empowered to give voice to their feelings, to their beliefs, to what they know to be true, I don't think we solve this. I don't think just surveys or just diversity initiatives or just tweeting with the right hashtags, I don't think these things solve the problem. I think it has to be systemic change. And in terms of, my own role in that, I believe I need to do more, and sometimes I am a little bit hamstrung as to what that exactly looks like. Sometimes I think it means stepping back a little bit more because I do come from a position of quite a lot of privilege. I did chance into this industry. I became incredibly lucky. Sometimes it means really paying attention to the fact that I'm signing up more authors who are not white, that I'm sending to young editors of color who are just starting out, who are trying to build lists. It means supporting populations and hearing them. And that's a lot of words that I don't know that I have a solution, but I hope that I'm doing my part to work towards it. And I don't always know that I am, but I know that I always hope to. If that's sort of where I'm at in a nutshell.
I think that's head and shoulders above what's been done in the past, and if not where we need to be, definitely moving in the right direction. I gave you an impossible task. Speak for all of publishing. I think you did it. I think you nailed it.
Thank you.